So yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. I've always said that Ewoks are cannibals, you know? I mean,
Chihuahua.
exactly, exactly. I mean, the one was singing a song when he was trying to burn Han Solo. Like, don't get the doga, don't get.
I mean, I would too.
I mean, you know, at least that Ewok was happy with what they were doing.
Look, if you love your job, you're never going to work a day in your life.
Exactly, exactly. If you love your job, you're never going to work a day in your life. Hence why I do not love my job and I continue to work. Um, too soon?
Anyway,
Too soon? Hey, hey, everybody, we're here. We just lost the one viewer that we had.
it happens.
It
Um,
happens. Mm.
yeah.
We are back.
We are
Sorry about
back.
last week. Um, was working on some stuff, and I had to get ready for the Farpoint interview, which we dropped a couple of days ago. Um, which was a lot of fun. Sharon and Royal were fantastic to talk to about that. Leah, it's been a while since you and
Been
I
a
hung
bit.
out. Yeah.
Been a
Um,
minute.
we got to get the band back together soon.
We
You,
do.
myself, and Faye. Like we got to get the band back together soon.
Together.
Yeah. Um, so what's been happening with you?
Um, life, everything. uh, job.
Yeah.
I don't really have any big updates. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's kind of it's thank God this month is over. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
It has been
January has been a very long year.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. January has been a long year. Yeah. Um but I mean there's been a lot going on, a lot of darkness, but there's been a lot of good stuff too. There has been a lot of good stuff that we can celebrate.
yeah.
Especially with Star Wars. One of the things that I would love to talk about real quick, or after we catch up a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, oh, I watched I watched Section 31.
That I did not see,
Um,
but I didn't hear glowing reviews.
it's it's a thing. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's certainly a thing that exists.
Yeah. How do I say this? It it's it does not feel like Star Trek at all.
Hmm. It's like
Um,
the worst thing that you could say about a Star Trek.
yeah, I get what they were trying to do with it, but it's bad. And I hate to say it because one of the one of the actors from the movie is going to be at Farpoint next week. So I kind of have to be like, "Hey, I loved you in this movie." Um yeah,
Oof.
but I do like the actor. The actor's great. He was in Pacific Rim and he was fantastic in that, and he was in the Warcraft movie and was fantastic in that. It's just this Section 31 movie just didn't do anything for me, I think. A lot of people actually watched it and liked it, but I wasn't one of them.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I just haven't.
yeah. Yeah.
I've been
Oh,
feeling very uncultured lately with how few movies and stuff I've watched.
yes. I got to send Matt the link real quick. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's not terrible. It's just not. What is this?
Not much to write home about.
Yeah, thank you. Um, my producer just handed me an urgent note.
Urgent.
Beep 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 beep. Um, Zoraida Cordova is coming to AwesomeCon in April.
Phenomenal.
Yes, I am really excited because last year I actually missed out on Claudia Gray.
Oh, so it's like extra nice that you're getting.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
boy,
I really liked her story in
that's
the High
from
Republic Adventures Annual.
yeah, that was
Oh,
the discount.
hello!
Hello,
Hello,
hello. Oh,
welcome. Oh,
From
from
the
the
ski
seashell.
from the
chalet, yeah.
chalet.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
accentuating it with some cut wine with honey.
Mm, yes.
It's totally not box wine.
Hey,
It's the good stuff, totally.
hey,
Only the
hey,
finest of boxes.
yeah. Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Mhm.
How many times do you think about the Roman Empire?
What's that? Is that like romaine lettuce?
Romaine lettuce?
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
So
Yeah,
if we're
yeah,
talking salad, every day.
yeah.
I love
I
my
mean,
greens. It's like I want to be healthy.
who doesn't love a good Caesar? Right?
Right,
Like, who
right.
doesn't love a good Caesar?
It's like,
Especially when you got a
yeah,
knife with it.
Yeah,
Like yeah.
yeah. I mean, you gotta stab the Caesar every
Oh
once
yeah.
in a while.
But
yeah,
it's
like a couple dozen times.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You're not gonna cut up that chicken in that chicken Caesar salad
Mm-mm.
unless you stab it.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep. And
Yeah,
it's the proper way to do it. You could use a
exactly.
fork, but I mean, it's like
No,
you,
no, no,
you
no.
get the full effect with a
Yeah,
knife.
yeah,
I feel like this
exactly.
joke has crossed the Rubicon.
Technically, Rome had more than one fall. It had a fall
Yeah.
every September.
Ah, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha.
I thought
I
this was
did.
gonna be something about the Eastern Roman
Yeah,
Empire.
I did.
I
Leah,
was expecting to learn.
Leah was bracing for a. Well, actually, it didn't
Yeah,
really fall in 476.
exactly. I did. We did watch Gladiator 2 recently,
Mm.
and it was all right.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was it
yeah,
was fun cinema. I enjoyed it.
yeah. I like the first one better.
Yeah.
So Matt and I get to hang out next week and get
Hmm.
trashed at Farpoint. Um, we drinking. We gonna have some drinkies.
Oh, that's
Um,
gonna be fun because I'm a lightweight.
so we are doing our costumes. We're gonna be the blue milk ice cream people, and we made the Vader pops, or my
The
wife
That
made
is
Vader
the Vader
Pop.
amazing.
pops.
The Vader
With the
Pop
off center
is
eye, with the off center eye.
the eyes
Um,
need to be off kilter.
yeah, and
That is
then
great.
she also made these packages for the Vader pops as well.
Oh my
That
gosh.
we're gonna use for the masquerade. So
That is going to be
yes,
amazing.
yes, we can't wait. So let's get into some news here.
Yeah.
Um, there are. Let's just get this one out of the way. Um, there are rumors that Ryan Gosling is coming to Star Wars.
Really?
Yes, and
And just rumors they may be,
yes,
you know.
Leah, I have to. My wife and I were talking about this, and I was like, "What if he's a Kenobi?
That
What what if he's a certain son of a certain duchess?"
Oh,
Yeah,
Obi-Wan's little brother who was mentioned in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
you mean Corky?
I have a friend that asked Clone Wars Obi-Wan's voice actor
James
just
Arnold
straight
Taylor.
up whether or not Corky was Obi-Wan's son. And the voice, this was at a con. The voice actor's response was, "Oh goodness, look at the time."
Yeah, even he knows it's his kid. Like even he knows that this is his kid.
Mhm.
It's the Leo. Yeah, my wife said it's the Leo meme from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, oh, yeah.
It
So
I can
really is.
honestly say that was not even close to a role that I was guess. Honestly, given the Jeremy Allen White news from a while ago, I was like, he's probably going to be something weird like a Hujib
yeah.
or like
Oh, they're gonna cover him in makeup.
You, you
Like,
know, I could totally see something where it's like he reemerges to fight the Imperial Remnant, and it's like the Star Wars equivalent of like a classic like Ronin on a vengeance spree type story, and they never
Yeah.
actually directly tell us who he is. You know, that
Mm.
would that would be fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the audience knows it's him, but it's like it's never
I mean,
alluded to.
I made the Kenobi joke because of the I'm Knuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen the Barbie movie, by the way. I've never seen it.
it's
It's somewhere down the list. I'll watch
it's
it. I'll watch it.
it's a necessary prelude to if you want to watch that other one with the nukes. I forget the name of it. Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
Hey,
Oh
John.
my god.
Barbenheimer. Yes. So yeah, they if this is true, I have a feeling they're going to go the Simon Pegg route and just douse this dude in makeup. Or they'll go the Daniel Craig route and just make him a stormtrooper, just like a faceless stormtrooper.
Either of these is fantastic.
Yeah.
I still think Disney is really missing out on not doing a Star Wars like Muppets animated series, and
I
then
agree.
like having Ryan Gosling as the head of like a Star Wars Muppet show would be just. I would watch that again and again and again.
So John, we're talking about the rumors of Ryan Gosling joining Star Wars. Star Wars Muppets would be peak. Oh, we're also looking at the Ray movie. Looks like it's getting a new writer.
These things happen in Hollywood. I
Yeah.
anticipate a delay, but I don't think it's going to get canceled at this point.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
so either. It says New Jedi Order Star Wars film finds new writer in George Nolfi. In a surprising turn of events, we have another major news item relating to in development Star Wars movies this week. Just days ago, Hollywood Reporter revealed that Ryan Gosling might join Sean Levy's upcoming Star Wars film. Now they're saying that that writer-director George Nolfi will write Daisy Ridley's forthcoming New Jedi Order film. Nolfi's filmmaking background thus far has consisted largely of work in the action and thriller genres, having penned, among others, Ocean's 12 and the Bourne Ultimatum. However, he has dipped his toe into period drama as well with his 2020 movie The Banker. As Hollywood Reporter notes, he's just the latest in the series of scribes to work on this movie, which will be set years after the rise of Skywalker. I like Ocean's 12 actually. And I love the Jason Bourne movies, so I'm actually okay with this.
I think that we're kind of in an interesting era of Star Wars fandom because we're getting a lot of decent content, right? But I think we're getting a lot of decent content in an age where people are expecting lightning to strike twice, and it's just the frequency at which content's coming out is just not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'd watch it. I think it'd be fun.
I will say this: lightning has struck twice because you had Andor.
True.
Actually, I would say 3 times because you had Andor, you had Skeleton Crew, and you know what? I will even say the Acolyte. Like with the live action, it's struck 3 times.
Yeah.
And Mando season 1.
Mando season 1 was like the spark.
Yeah.
The absolute, and spoilers if you haven't watched season 1 of Mando. Also, if you haven't watched season 1 of Mando, what's wrong with you? Get off of here and get on Disney Plus like now.
What have you been
you're
doing
too busy
for the
watching
past...
Cars on Disney Plus.
What have you been doing for the past several years?
Put the Mickey Mouse reruns down and go watch Mando.
I love the new Mickey Mouse shorts as much as the next guy, but damn it, watch Mandalorian.
I mean, I tell you, those Steamboat Willie reruns, though,
Yeah,
it's just, Mando, but the absolute just heartstrings that got pulled with. Was it?
It was great.
Was the season 1 finale that Luke showed up?
No, that's season 2.
Season 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, just
it
was so good.
So what were you going to say, Leah? I'm sorry.
I don't even remember.
It was
Means it
about
wasn't
Disney Plus
important.
and Mando. And not
I don't
watching
know.
it.
Means it wasn't important.
Okay. So I want to talk about something that Leah and I both absolutely love, and I've got the Nubs hat in the background here. Um, we're getting season 2 of Young Jedi Adventures,
Part 2 of season 2.
part
We
2
started
of
part
season 2.
2 back
That's right.
in. We started season 2 back in fall of last year, and then this is
That's
going to be
right.
finishing it up.
Yeah.
Because Young Jedi Adventures, unlike every other show that has come out since Star Wars moved to being, all streaming, gets like full length seasons.
It does. It's like
So
20 episodes.
it's like 2022 episodes. So the back half of that is coming. And we apparently we're getting to see what Nubs' species looks like when they're grown up, which
I
is
gotta show you this. I gotta show this. We're
it's
screenshotting this. Sorry.
it's incredible.
Here it is. Here
There
it
was
is.
there's a huge back and forth. Are they gonna is he gonna stay
Whoa.
small? Is he gonna get big? And apparently the answer is the latter.
I love that the caption here says left to right. Zfaz, D. Bradley Baker, and Nubs, D. Bradley
Bradley
Baker.
Baker.
in big Pooba problems.
Is that an escape pod?
It looks like it might be.
Very
Because
well
it looks
could be.
like.
I love this show so much. It's so good.
It has a lot of heart and it feels incredibly Star Wars.
Mhm. I mean, look at this. Look at Kai and his prince friend here.
Prince Cyrus Vundir.
Yeah, we're getting Purgle. We're getting Purgle
Nice.
and
Love
the
a good
Crimson
space
Firehawk.
whale.
Yes.
I mean, the Crimson Firehawk. You can't have Young Jedi Adventures without the Crimson Firehawk.
That's actually one of my favorite ships in all of Star Wars.
It's
Actually,
a good ship.
it is. Oh, and look at that. Well, I mean, this guy. I'm not a
frog.
big fan of this guy. Not really a big fan of this guy.
Who is
Him?
that?
Oh, that's Yoda.
That's Yoda?
Yep.
He's there.
Is that like.
This is High Republic era, so like this is a couple of hundred years beforehand.
It was like 200 years before.
I was gonna say, are we looking at like Kid Yoda? What?
No.
No.
This is
just
this is I'm gonna cover everything up, Yoda.
This is Yoda in his peak cover-ups era.
Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong, Leah. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. High Republic Yoda is a jerk, Josh.
High Republic Yoda is a jerk. High Republic Yoda is
like, consequences of my actions these are. Disappear I must.
Yeah, like there's one complete story arc where Yoda's just like, yeah, no, things are getting too real. I'm gonna bounce for a bit.
I'm gonna disappear without a trace for a year and a half.
And then he makes his triumphant return in Midnight Horizon, which it is an epic return.
It is fantastic return.
Yeah. But I'm like, where the hell have you been? Like, as I'm reading the end of the book, I'm like, where the hell have you been?
Oh, I was just off with my deeply, deeply messed up friend.
Yeah. And we're getting more of the 2D animated.
Yes, the 2D animated shorts.
Yes, and this is RJ Makes a Speedy Delivery, which we love RJ too.
Oh, and that's Nash's speeder in the back.
Mm-hmm. I love the milkshake.
The sap tap.
Yeah.
Half sap tap.
RJ and Nubs jam out. Come on.
That is the cutest droid I have ever seen.
RJ is a fantastic droid.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good buddy like BD1.
Yeah.
And he rides on backs like BD1.
What is that?
That
is a Gorg.
It's from Resistance.
It is
Oh,
one of the greatest creatures in Star Wars.
those things bite like hell.
That is amazing looking.
That is
Yes.
a distant ancestor to Bitey.
It is a distant ancestor to Bitey. I wouldn't be
Don't wiggle
surprised
your
if it
fingers in
was.
front of them. He thinks
Exactly.
they're worse.
I mean, look at this face on Nubs. Like, Nubs is just like, I don't know about this, guys.
Nubs tries to sleep.
Nubs tries to sleep.
We've all been there, Nubs.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something that we can look forward to in March. Um, I love these. I love these. Nubs Nation. That's right, Katrina. Nubs Nation. That's right. We are Nubs Nation here. Oh, we love Nubs. We love Nubs around here. All right. So shall we get to the oh wait, we'll do the Grammy story and then we'll get to the comics.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else on Young Jedi Adventures?
Um,
Or Gosling?
If they went with the Muppet option, I'd love to see Statler or Waldorf as Palpatine. Can you imagine?
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Speaking of Statler and Waldorf, look up them at the Game Awards. You'll be so happy.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's great. All right. So, Young Jedi Adventures, what's your opinion on Ryan Gosling as an actor? He's good. I mean, he's fine. I loved him. What was that Saturday Night Live sketch when it was him and Mikey Day as Beavis and Butthead? Like, and they were talking about AI or something, and like they're just in the background, like dressed as Beavis and Butthead, and like all the cast members are just cracking up. Like every time they look at him, like they just break character. It's great.
Amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, that's right. He showed up to the premiere of the Fall Guy dressed as Butthead or Beavis, one of the two. Yeah, it was Beavis. He was dressed as Beavis, and Mikey Day was dressed as Butthead. Not the thing that people want to come to talk Star Wars, but here we are.
I'm still on the Muppets kick. I'm just trying to imagine who Beaker would be.
Yeah. Oh, also,
Yeah.
Muppet Vision is closing in June.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's
sad about that.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Sad.
but they're going to the Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios. So, all right. Next up, there was a little game that came out in August that Leah and I played the hell out of.
and I will play the hell out of it again.
Yes, exactly. A little game called Star Wars Outlaws.
How was it?
It's fun.
I loved it.
Yeah, me too. The main story is really good. And the DLC they released back in November is fantastic. Or it was it was somewhere in October or November.
I
But it
cannot
was,
remember for the life
yeah.
of me when it actually came out because I just know that I started a new playthrough then, and it took me a while because I'm nothing if not a completionist. I'm like, well, I've got to complete all the skill trees before I finish the main game. I got to finish the main game before I go into the DLC.
Yeah. It's really, really good. The DLC is great. You play Sabacc on a casino ship in the middle of hyperspace, which is a lot of fun.
Oh,
And
that sounds
Lando's
fantastic.
there.
Yeah, Lando's one of your opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really interesting because there's one bit in the game in that DLC where you have to gather information, and like they encourage you to talk to like the various crime syndicates, and they're all represented on the ship, but like if you pissed off a crime syndicate, they will not help you at all. like you walk by and it's like, you can't talk to this
You've
person.
got some nerve.
You come to me on the eve of my daughter's wedding.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're seeing Mr. Big from Zootopia. You gave me a skunk butt rug. Anyway, Outlaws is great. It wouldn't be a live show if we didn't go off on tangents.
This is the way.
Yes, this is yeah. There you go.
Boy.
Star Wars Outlaws is nominated for a Grammy. For
The music in it is
best. Yeah, I mean the K Vest theme alone is just amazing.
yeah.
Um,
Sometimes like when I boot up the game, I will just sit on the menu for a while just to let the music play.
yeah. It kind of reminds me of the Mandalorian score just a little bit.
And I think that that's probably intentional, and
Yeah.
I think it definitely works because like these are both characters who are very much like in their own world, kind of outside of interacting with being a big damn hero in the galaxy, and then they kind of fall forward their way into.
Yes. No, they really do. They really do. So composer Wilbert Roget II thought so stealthy mission for Star Wars Outlaws was to create music that felt like it belonged in a Star Wars story while also
Yep.
sounding like something completely new. Um, he also worked on the Old Republic MMO with the music.
I played the Old Republic
That
MMO back in college.
Yeah, that's really good. He also did Vader Immortal, which was the VR game.
mm,
And then he came back for Outlaws. And he said a lot of his inspiration was actually for the Star Wars score was actually from A New Hope, and not necessarily. I mean, but as well as other stuff. Which I feel like there's a lot of Kiner's music in there too, Leah.
yeah, no, I mean, it's very clear that he drew on kind of the existing body of works for Star Wars music.
Yeah.
Because you have to at a certain point, you want to make things feel cohesive.
Yes.
And I think he knocked it out of the park
Yes.
with making everything fit.
Yes.
And I love that he got to play like early versions of the game before like writing the music. So like I think that probably helped make the music fit it so well.
Yes. I just posted a link to the Spotify for the soundtrack because it was on StarWars.com. So check it out if you have not listened to it yet. It is an incredible score. And I got to tell you, it's really good driving music too.
Oh my gosh. I mean, even in game, it's good driving music.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a lot of going around on your speeder in that game.
Yes.
Um,
Stopping the Empire from robbing from pirates.
Wait, what?
Robbing from the Empire and from the pirates, both of them at the same time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's great.
My
Helping
brain did
a syndicate rob from pirates.
Yeah.
My brain did a record scratch on that one. Stop the Empire robbing from pirates. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're an outlaw, so sometimes you're on the side of the pirates.
So yeah, like there was one time I was driving to one of the objectives on Toshara, and as I was driving by and I heard this transmission, and it was like a pirate transmission. They're like, the Empire's coming, and I was like, oh, let's check this out. And, like, you see this Lambda class shuttle land, and I'm like, oh, this'll be fun. So then you get into a firefight with pirates and the Empire. It's great.
Or
That's
you
fantastic.
you don't get into a firefight. You sneak up through the grass behind like the stormtrooper in the back of the row. You grab them and pull them to the ground into the grass.
Because I'll
like
tell
a
you one
monster
thing.
out of their nightmares.
Yeah. And I will also tell you another thing, and Leah will Leah will agree with this. There's nothing more satisfying than punching a stormtrooper in the face.
I think there's one thing more satisfying, and it's punching a Imperial officer in the face. 'Cause then
I
there's
do
no
love
helmet
doing
in the
that
way.
too. Yes, I do
Mm.
love doing that too. Or stunning
The
one.
tap on the shoulder one.
I would stun one and then like run up and punch the other one. Or like I would stun one and then send Nyx to like attack the one in the face and then go up and
That's
punch him.
that's the one thing that the Jedi games are missing. Cal Kestis needs to
Yes.
punch a guy.
He does. He really does. Hi pickle. Hi buddy. He does. He really does.
Not the
Um
Jedi way to cut everyone down with a lightsaber. You
yeah.
need to punch them.
I really wish that we could punch people as Cal Kestis. I think it'd be great.
That would be amazing.
How
You got to
much
learn the high speed force punch from
yeah.
the 2D animated Clone Wars.
Yes. I mean, how much fun would it be? How much fun would that Bode fight have been in the end? Like if it
Oh
was
my
just a straight up
gosh.
fist fight.
Oh my gosh. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Who wouldn't want to choke out Rick the door technician?
Oh. Yeah, no, that would be so good.
I just love it. You go into this Imperial base and like this boss bar like pops up and it's like Rick the door technician. And like you cut
Which
him down like
Rick.
we were talking about, or we had mentioned Saturday Night Live before. This
yeah.
is straight up Saturday Night Live reference. This is
Oh,
straight
it
up,
is. The Kylo Ren undercover boss.
yeah.
Yeah. So Star Wars Outlaws nominated for a Grammy. I would love to see them win it. Especially since Jedi Survivor won it a couple of years ago. Or it won it last year. So yeah, I would love to see that. All right, next up, we talking comics now. Um, there is a lot coming out. Leah, I take it away.
I mean, we had a lot come out this week alone. We had the High Republic Adventures Annual. We had the High Republic Adventures Dispatches from the Occlusion Zone #4. We had High Republic Adventures #14.
Yes.
We had High Republic Adventures Echoes of Fear #4. We had Ewoks #4. And we had the A New Legacy kind of annual. That one was the A New Legacy was really fun because it's like a celebration of it being 10 years since Marvel started doing Star Wars comics again.
Yeah.
And so they brought back, some of the starting writing team. And it's a great little story, or three little stories, but yeah. I'm not going to get too into the weeds on everything going on in the High Republic right now. They
There's
are very clearly setting up for the end of the High Republic
Mhm.
initiative. So everything's kind of, you can feel tension building and tension building and tension building.
Yes.
Ewoks was just fun. It's a love letter to the old Ewoks cartoon, and to the like Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
time. So this week was great. And then next week we have the start of kind of the new ongoings for Star Wars comics.
Yes.
With I can't remember if it's Kylo Ren Legacy of Vader or Legacy of Vader Kylo Ren. It's one or the other, but it's about Kylo Ren.
Let me see here. Legacy of Vader. It's just Star Wars: The Legacy of Vader.
Fair enough, but it's about Kylo Ren.
Yes, it is.
Because he does style himself as, the heir to Vader.
Yes, he does. And that actually comes out on, like you said, it comes
That
out
comes
on
out this
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that one.
It's going
Soul
to
wrote
retail for
one
$5.
of the Soul wrote one of the what a lot of people can consider to be the best Darth Vader run of the
Yes.
modern era.
Yes.
With Vader 2017.
Yeah.
And he wrote isn't he the one who wrote Rise of Kylo Ren?
Yes, he wrote Rise of Kylo Ren and Vader 2017 run, and then he just wrote the entire 50-issue run that just wrapped up
The
Yeah.
for
Vader,
Star Wars.
the 2017 Vader comics were amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they were
yeah.
incredible.
Like,
Just those
I say like some
reveals.
people consider them to be like the best Vader comic. I'm some people.
I actually, out of the 3 Vader runs, it is actually the strongest, I think. I will say I loved what Kieran Gillen did with the original Vader run. And I love what Greg Pak did with his Vader run as well. Um, but Charles Soule is just, and John actually hit the nail on the head in chat. Charles Soule continues to write peak Star Wars, and he does. He really
Yeah.
does.
The 2017 Vader comics, I think, really captured like the the agony of Darth Vader really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Because
Oh
like
yeah.
instead of you really kind of get to see how it's like this is not just a a villain in dark armor. This is a
Mhm.
tortured soul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we get that reveal in those final few issues with Palpatine and everything, and it's just so good. It's just so
And
good.
then we also I'm just excited to see how, all of that work that he did on Vader and the work that he's done with Kylo in the past, how that's going to like tie together in this.
Yes.
Because, we've been saying, a lot of people have been saying, like, the sequel trilogy, what it needs now is more of the like context around it that like the Clone Wars series gave us for the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to get this.
Yes.
And especially because we haven't really seen anything about Kylo between 8 and 9, which is when this is set. So we're going to get to see him as Supreme Leader and see how he deals with that. And I'm guessing
Yes.
not well, given that he's Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see the Amaxine station again?
I don't think it's unlikely. I mean, Charles Soule loves to throw his High Republic references into things.
He does.
So,
He does.
which
He
is
does.
his right as one of
Oh
the
yeah.
story authors of it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
I am still 3 books behind on High Republic, Leah, and I am many comics behind. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I
I will
believe in
get
you.
there. Yeah,
I
I'll
believe in
get
you.
there. I'm still 2 audio dramas behind too. Um,
Tempest Breaker was so
I
good.
heard Tempest Breaker was amazing. So we're gonna continue. Well, let me ducktail off of the Charles Soule thing real quick, and then we'll continue on with comics. Because there was a big reveal by Charles Soule this week.
Yes.
We are getting, or we finally have, the cover to Star Wars Trials of the Jedi. This is the final book
Ooh.
in the High Republic. You can see Avar Chris here, my boy Elzar. We got a Wookiee here.
Probably Buryaga.
Yeah, is that Bell?
It's Bell in the back. He still has his
Yeah.
hair cut. And then that's Ty Yorick in the very
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
Ty York, who has not been in the High Republic novels since The Rising Storm.
Yeah.
So it has been since 2021 that we've seen her in a book.
Yes. Yeah, because she was in
Um,
she was in
but
Rising Storm and Erased to
she's
Crash
been
Point.
in the comics
Yeah.
since then.
Which her comics have been fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But I'm ready for this book. I love this cover so much. I just got to get caught up. And I will.
Someone put together all of the covers of the High Republic, and there's so much color.
Hmm.
There's so much
Yeah.
just vibrant movement and stuff, and it's fantastic.
Yes.
They got a good team of artists for
They
the High
really did.
Republic covers.
They really did.
Like
Yeah.
Corey on the YA books,
Hmm.
those covers, their covers have been amazing.
I mean, this is I'll tell you right now, like this even the young adult cover or the middle grade, like
Mhm.
Tears Beware the Nameless here. Like I love this cover. It's just a beautiful cover.
Yeah,
Plus how can you not love Churro the Hut?
Churro the Hut. What a guy.
I was hoping for a mention of him.
He's great.
Churro the Hut, who was in the High Republic Adventures annual this week.
That's right, he was. He was.
In Zoraida Cordova's apparently like first time that she's written for comics, and it was really good in this.
She's fantastic.
Isn't his lore too that like because of his inherent business sense as a Hutt, like he was like an extremely efficient leader of the Jedi during his time or something like that?
So that was Miyarga.
Yeah, that was Miarga. Yeah.
Churro is just a chill little guy who wants to be an entomologist.
Yeah. He's a
But
Hutt
his
scientist.
family is like, you're literally in line to inherit the family crime business.
He's like, I don't wanna.
So then his sister faked his death.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, a nice family story. Nice
family story.
Yeah.
Love Churro. But yeah, we've got our cover. We now have every cover of the book. We're still missing a few comic covers and stuff.
Yes.
But this is going to be the last High Republic Initiative book.
Yeah. Which I will say this, like looking back at all the covers, and we're going to do like a huge wrap up once all of this is done. Like we're going to do a massive wrap up. That's going to take a couple of live shows to do because there's just so much.
Yeah, just so much content.
Oh, there's so much. But honestly, I mean, I love all the Phase 3 covers, but my favorite covers were the Phase 2 covers.
Phase 2 covers had something special.
Yeah. I love the Phase 2 covers, especially Convergence and Cataclysm. Like I love those covers.
Oh, how they mirror each other.
Yes.
How they match up when you put them next to each other. How could you not love that?
That and then Battle of Jedah's cover is beautiful.
Yeah.
With Crichton and Ada. Like I love that one. So yes, Charles Soule just revealed Trials of the Jedi. I think it's great that he started it and he's going to be the one to finish it.
I like that they have the whole last wave mirror the whole first wave, where they have him on the main novel, Justina Ireland on the YA, and or not Justina Ireland on the middle grade, and Claudia Gray on the YA.
Yeah, and I love that Cavan's been writing, or Cavan and Daniel have been writing the comics as well as like other stories as well. Yeah, but like they've been focusing on the comics. Let's go back to comics. Next, not this week, but the following week, Clone Force 99 comes back.
Ooh.
Yes.
In a comic set during the Clone Wars.
Yes. So this is the cover to Star Wars Hyperspace Stories #1, The Bad Batch Ghost Agents. As you can see here, we have Hunter, we have Wrecker, Tech, and Crosshair. So Echo has not joined the squad yet.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yes, and I'm excited for this one. Someone else is coming. That's true. Someone else is coming. Katrina, that's right. I got to stop sharing the screen and get this one ready here. Someone else is coming, and this is going to be great. So, this one is for you, Katrina. This one's for you. Coming back, we have Asajj Ventress.
Oh.
Yes, she is coming
Yeah.
to Hyperspace Stories number 4. All of
So
these
it'll
are
be a
written
bit
by
before we get to that, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a couple of months. So this will be the May issue. Yeah, the May issue. Yes, this will be the May issue. Katrina, that's right. She is our queen. That is true. We love Asajj Ventress. Mute your mic.
You heard that? I
Yeah.
thought I was muted. I am so sorry.
No, you're good, dude. I'm
Um,
giving you a hard time. Just give
and
me a hard time.
for I do want to point out the writer for this is the writer for the first Hyperspace Stories run with the Bad Batch issues of that.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes.
So
Michael
Michael
Moretti.
has shown his chops on writing the Bad Batch before.
Yes. And Michael actually has written a bunch of stuff with Cavan too in the past. So that's pretty good too. But yes, Ventress is coming back. I know somebody in this chat is excited. Yes, so there is that. All right, let's get to the big one here. Leah, I'm gonna have you take this one away.
Which one are we saying is the big one? The title run?
Well, I mean, the title run is the big one, and that starts in May.
Yes.
And that's going to be post Battle of Jakku.
Post Battle of Jakku, early New Republic.
Yes.
We don't know a ton about it yet, what we're getting from it, but
Yes.
who's writing that one? Is that
It is
Segura?
Yes, it's Alex Segura because I got
And
him and
he's
Ethan
written a
Sachs
lot in
confused.
the New Republic era.
Mm-hmm.
So he as
Yeah,
much as anyone is going to know the era because
this is his bread and butter.
he wrote both the Battle of Jakku series and he wrote at the opposite end of the New Republic era, Poe Dameron Freefall.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is we can expect to see the Spice Runners of Kijimi again.
Yes.
Because he does love those characters that he made for it.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what to expect, but I think it's going to be good. Because I think he's got basically a fully open playground here.
He does. He has about 30 years to play with.
And I'm curious if he's going to spread out across that whole thing or if he's going to focus on like a period, at the start, kind of pre-Mandalorian, like those first 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where he goes with it because honestly, even if he goes beyond the Mandalorian or even goes like into that era, I would like for them not to talk about it. Like, just talk to me about like what's going on in the New Republic.
Yeah.
At that time, because like Mando has like handled like some of that, but like I want to know like what's going on like with Mon Mothma and all of them.
Yeah.
In this era.
Then did you mean the Jedi Knights? Is that the one that you were thinking of, which we're getting
So
in March?
Jedi Knights we're getting in March, which is going to be awesome because
Yes.
that's also going to like span the entirety of the Jedi Order, which I think is really cool.
Yes, and that one is pre-Phantom Menace. But like
Yes.
just pre-Phantom Menace, like
Yeah.
immediately before.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be like
Yeah.
in between the Living Force and Phantom Menace. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget Ethan Sachs is writing Poe Dameron. So we're
Yes,
getting the returning Poe Dameron.
Codebreaker, which is coming out in April,
Yes.
or it's just starting in April.
Yes.
So we're
That's gonna
getting
be really fun.
more sequel era stories, which is good.
Which Charles's Poe Dameron run is amazing, by the way.
Yes.
Like
And Ethan's Bounty Hunters run was phenomenal.
Bounty Hunters
So,
was
I
so
mean,
good.
there's a lot of good stuff to work with
Yes.
for Poe Dameron.
Yes.
Um,
I still
Well,
want to
and
see
I'm excited
Yuuzhan
for it.
Vong come back.
you want to see who?
The Yuuzhan Vong come back.
I feel like
They- yeah.
where would I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Segura pulled something from,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he
Mhm.
pulls a lot from Legends for writing the New Republic era.
Right.
I doubt that if the Vongs show up, they would be as big of a
Yeah.
galaxy spanning thing, just because you kind of need to have like a big, like a. They would
Right.
probably want to do something like they did with the High Republic for something that big.
Yeah.
But I could see like,
Well,
if he wanted to pull from that, I could see like the kind of scout ships,
yeah.
Oh, that would be
that
cool.
sort of era of it.
But they kind of brought the Vong in with the Grisk.
The Grisk do have some Vong like flavor.
Yeah.
How they're all covered in fungus and
Yeah. And like they're very spiritual people like the Vong are. And
big on conquest.
yeah.
Are the Grisk exclusively a Disney canon species?
Yes, and they're also
Yeah.
exclusive to the Thrawn books thus
Yeah.
far.
Curious.
Yeah, they were in
Um,
the Thrawn Ascendancy trilogy.
Yeah, so Thrawn before he was in the Empire was
Yeah.
dealing with them.
This was clueless about politics, Thrawn.
He's always clueless about politics, to be fair.
This was
Yeah.
this was Jack Nicholson Samacro Thrawn. Senior Captain Thrawn. Like I said, just Mark Thompson just like makes Samacro sound like Nicholson. It's great. He's like Senior Captain Thrawn.
But actually, if we're talking about things being brought in from Legends and elsewhere, and the Jedi Knights series, they are bringing in as a kind of connecting villain through it, Aether Prime from the canceled Kenner, the saga continues, I think it was called.
That's
line
right.
of toys.
Yes.
So they are
From
bringing a character from a canceled action figure line from the 80s.
Having all those little nods has been so cool.
John, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet, John. We're getting there. We're looping our way through.
We're getting there.
Once again. Jumping the gun. Damn it.
Jumping the blaster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kidding, John. You're good.
Jumping the blaster. But yeah, so the Jedi Knight series looks like it's going to be really interesting. It looks like it's, each issue, I think Mark Guggenheim has said, is like focusing on different Jedi.
Yes.
So that's going to be cool. So we're going to get like a wide view of the Jedi, kind of like the Living Force gave us, but of the Council.
And
so
Guggenheim is great with Star Wars.
He did the Han and Chewbacca run, right?
Yeah, and then he did D Squad.
The Han and Chewbacca run was really good.
The Han and Chewbacca run was great. D Squad, which was Droid Avengers.
The D Squad was not. I just didn't like that whole crossover event in general.
Oh, Dark Droid, yeah.
So that soured it for me, but it was fun.
I love that Chopper and R2 hated each other.
000 got to be there. I'm never going to complain when I get to see Trip.
I love 000 and BT. I love those murder droids.
Yeah. So Legacy of Vader's first in February.
Yes.
And then Jedi Knights in March, and then Codebreaker in April. And then I skipped Ghost Agents, which is also in February.
Yeah.
And then May we get the return of the Star Wars main comics, the one written by Segura. And we don't know when yet. It's probably going to be announced at Celebration, if not sooner. But we are getting a new, as John pointed out, Star Wars manga,
Hmm.
Quest for the Lightsaber, which
Ooh.
Path
is
of the Lightsaber.
Path of the Lightsaber. Jeepers. John, you tricked me.
Bamboozled.
Yeah, it looks great. Just the cover art looks great. I'm gonna share it real quick. That way you all can see it.
Yes.
But it looks great. This actually deals with a character named Nokla.
I need to double check.
Yeah. But here
I
she.
read this like I got stopped, my phone was buzzing in my backpack on my way to work, and I had to quick check this out.
Yeah. My favorite is the Resistance Trooper here.
Mm.
Yes.
like running, running from the First Order troopers.
Nyoka.
That's yeah, Nyoka. Yeah.
Yes.
It
A young
has
tinkerer named Nyoka who dreams of becoming a Jedi. Classic. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, and she finds this lightsaber in a High Republic ship.
it
Um,
has an almost 90s anime feel to, or
Mhm.
90s like manga feel to it. I'm
It
into it.
does.
I like that.
yeah,
I get a
I'm
lot of
I'm looking
Toriyama
forward to
vibes.
it. It's got a lot of movement. It's got a lot of
Yeah.
just brightness. I'm just excited to see
Yeah.
what the
It
story is.
it also kind of looks like a magical girl in a way. Like, and I'm not knocking
Oh,
it
like
because I
with
love
the
it.
aura coming from around the
Yeah.
lightsaber and
Yeah.
the
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. In no way am I knocking this cover. Like I love this. Definitely feels like the Slayers anime in style, and I love that. Yeah. I like that. It definitely feels like um it feels like a shonen, but it's also published by Viz. So that's why it feels a lot like a shonen as well. Um, but I love it. I love this cover. I really do. And Leah, since you're going to be at Celebration, you get to tell us when it actually releases.
yeah. Though we have our suspicions about when it's going to release.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm
but
thinking summer.
yeah, I'm thinking summer. They don't tend to announce things like this too far in advance.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be in 2025,
Oh yeah,
unless
yeah,
it
yeah.
gets like delayed, which does happen. But
But
um,
I will say this. I love that this being the 10th anniversary of the sequel trilogy, like we're finally getting this stuff.
yeah, and I want to point out something. If you look at Nyoka's jacket,
Hmm.
it is very Luke Skywalker, and it
Yes.
was very Luke Skywalker celebration
Yes.
ceremony. Um, and I'm sure that that's intentional.
Hmm. Um, I'm thinking this is another Evereni.
It looks, I mean, because those look like they're attached to the head for me, so it could be
Oh, he could be
not a
Nautilin.
nautilin because they look
Yeah.
like furry, so it could be
Yeah.
something new. We've had
Yeah,
other species besides nautilins with a bunch of head tails like that.
that's true.
I'm just
I like
excited
it.
for whatever it is.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. Well, I also like that she kind of has like the Han Solo look too. Like with like the pants and stuff.
Yeah,
We can't see much, but I'm happy if this is the final cover to this first volume.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I love it, and I love the look of the First Order troops as well. Um,
That ship looks cool too. On the
the
left hand
ship
side there.
looks really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
the High Republic ship. Yeah,
Well, that could be the High Republic ship. If it is, it kind of looks like one of the Pathfinder ships. Or it
yes.
could just be, new ship.
Hmm. And
Um,
we get a probe droid in the back too.
yeah, one of the First Order probe droids.
And I wonder who this is.
Big bad evil guy.
Yes, big bad evil anime guy who's going to monologue for about 3 volumes.
The main character is going to defeat them with the power of friendship and this lightsaber she found.
And a spirit bomb. Don't forget the spirit bomb.
I will defeat. I like defeat with the power of friendship and
Yeah.
this lightsaber I found. That's how we want to do it.
And Pinkie Pie and Twilight Sparkle and the rest of them are going to show up too. So
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah, but I love that we're getting more Star Wars manga as
Yeah.
well. Viz has been great at publishing manga in Star Wars, especially the High Republic manga has just been fantastic. Um, I read the Mandalorian manga and the Star Wars Visions manga, and all three of those were great as well. So definitely happy with this, and really excited to see where this goes. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be taking place in between The Last Jedi and um, Rise of Skywalker. So it's going to be in that 1 year time period.
Big year.
Yes. Yes.
Significant, impactful.
It's
Yeah.
a lot like the year between episodes 5 and 6. Like, wow, big year, busy year.
A lot gets done. A lot happens.
Yes. Yeah, because there was that time jump. So if you are looking to get into the High Republic, now is the time to dive in. Um,
Your time is now.
yeah, because this is going to be a big year for the High Republic,
Yeah,
as
and
well
I
as
think this this manga announcement, as well as like how we saw in Jedi Survivor and in Outlaws, the High Republic is here to stay. Even once the story initiative ends, we're gonna get more nods to the High Republic. We're gonna get more little stories related to it, or set
yeah,
in it, or about it.
yeah.
And I, for one, love that. Like, it's just another era of Star Wars now, like the prequels or the original trilogy or the sequels, and that's very cool. That it's up there, despite
Mhm.
being from the publishing side of things.
Well, I also think that it's a really important story to have. Um,
Yeah,
and and like a lot of people that were intrigued by the Acolyte got into the High Republic via the Acolyte. Which I do want to talk about the Acolyte real quick. Oh, thank you very much. Um, I do want to talk about the Acolyte real quick because that was actually the second most watched show on Disney Plus this year. 2.7 billion viewers or
minutes watched,
minutes watched. Sorry.
which the episodes weren't that long, so that is
Yeah.
still
It's
an
a,
impressive
yeah.
number. I think that puts it, if I remember correctly, wasn't the number one slot Percy Jackson? Which was like a runaway success. Um, so for that to be the only thing that beat it out is big news.
Yeah, Percy Jackson had about 4 billion and
Which
change.
it did run away with
Oh
with
yeah.
the first place spot, but still
It was and Percy Jackson was very well received. Very well received.
incredibly well received.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Maybe because of how poorly received the previous incarnations of that.
What? No.
Me too, John. Um, it was good. It was a really good show. You will not catch me ever knocking the
Yeah.
Percy Jackson
I
show.
read the I read the first couple of books a while ago, and I liked them. I thought that they
Yeah.
were fun. Still haven't watched the show yet, but I'll get around to it. I have a lot on my
It's
watch
good. It's
list.
cute. The
Yeah.
the the actors from the show were at the Acolyte premiere,
That's right, they were.
and I literally bumped into them, which was very funny.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
it's and you know, obviously, like, I know the budgets are different and there's gonna be behind the scenes things going on and there's blah blah blah. But it was a little sour to see that it was the second most watched and got canceled.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an
Yeah.
incredible show, and I think that some people just weren't ready for it. We,
Mhm.
um, I'm happy Skeleton Crew did as well as it did, um,
Yes.
and hit as well
Skeleton
as it
Crew
did.
was
Skeleton Crew was just fun,
Yeah,
you
it
know?
was just fun.
and
It
we
was
gushed
it was
about it.
nice to tune in and watch something that was just it was just really fun. It was
Yeah.
and it was like good, it was enjoyable, it was everything I wanted it to be and nothing I wanted it not
I
to
mean,
be.
Right.
Leah and I had conversations where we were just cracking up with just the antics
The
that
antics.
that that they were having on that show. Just
I think
everybody.
between Nubs and Neil, they really struck that what they need to have a really successful show is a little blue guy whose name starts with N.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're part of a band and your name is Max Rebo.
Mm. Hit it, Max.
Hit it,
Retcon
Max.
to Nax Rebo.
No, no.
It's got a silent N at the
It's got
start.
a silent N. It's Nemax.
Ah.
How do you spell that? N-M? What? What?
It's you just write it like an M with 3 humps.
So a cursive M. It's a cursive M and then capital AX.
Incredible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see,
Magnificent. Love it.
Lucasfilm, we are giving you so much right now.
Right.
Free.
From
Free.
Statler and Waldorf as Palpatine to Max
Yeah.
Rebo with a silent N. Disney
Yeah.
just needs to hire us on. Is all we're saying.
Hey, I will talk to Doug Chang from Story Group.
Mm.
I mean, I follow him on Threads. I'll message
Yeah.
him or
Yeah. There
I'll well, not message him, but I'll keep commenting on his posts.
you
I'll be like, "Hey, Doug, let's talk."
go.
I mean, we did get a cover of Major Tom.
We
All,
did. We got Yoongi Wim.
yeah, we did get Yoongi Wim.
We got Bunky Dunko.
We
Oh,
did
that's
get Funky
cool.
Dunko. Yes, they gave us a full cover of that song. It's like 4.5 minutes long.
That's fantastic.
Gigi Atatin
Yeah,
Haspiva.
and
Why
I
do I
would
know
play
the Why do I know the chorus of the Huttese cover?
it. I'll raise you one. Why don't you?
Well, I do know
I know exactly. Why do
Eric
I
is
know this?
saying, as you darn well should.
Yeah. Damn it! One of us is gonna learn it.
I
I'm
will.
fried
It
right
was
now.
so disorienting hearing that, hearing that music and listening to that song over and over, being like, oh, this is just kind of fun, kind of silly. It's silly that the words for coming home is Bunky Dunko. And then I go and I play Outlaws, and there's a character speaking in Huttese, and he says Bunky Dunko, and I'm, oh, no, get out of my head.
I love that. Reminds me of the Old Republic, where it's like the subtitles would and the alien vocals
Yeah.
wouldn't always like mesh up super well.
Meshed up super well,
So
yeah.
so you'd have like 3 vocal syllables from an alien quest giver, and it's like this whole speech. It's just like, all right, well, it's just
Wow,
a
complicated language.
lot of inflection, body language.
Ichubanaya. Well, what I meant to say was da 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 da. Oh, okay.
Ichuta.
Yeah, they say Ichuta, and then it's just 407 years ago, and it's like, wait, what?
407 years ago, I have done thy mother.
shooter. So there was this one time, right, that I was sitting on Tatooine.
There once was a man from Mandalore.
This one time in space camp.
No, no, this is still a family show.
So I got away with a man from Nantucket joke, but Matt doesn't get away with
Nope,
all
not a
all
Van
I'm
Camp
talking about
space camp
is a
joke.
is a exciting outing in space. I don't know
Are
where your
you
mind's
talking
going.
about space camp like in Alabama? Are we?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
there
know.
once was a
No.
Jedi named Buckets.
No. Mm. He was a great baker. He was a great baker. He was. Buckets
He
of
was a
blood,
great
man.
baker. He
You
is
wouldn't want to buy
canonically an incredible baker.
He was. He was. They'd be like, "Hell, who made these cupcakes?" And people are like, "Buckets of blood."
Buckets of
People are
blood.
like, "I don't know if I want these cupcakes now." And they're like, "No, you should try these cupcakes. They're amazing."
Buckets of blood are on the
Yeah.
battlefield.
Yeah.
My brain keeps going to Buckets the drummer.
So there's a lot coming out this year.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
Andrew's
gonna
got
bring it to
Andor
you.
season 2 coming.
Oh my god, I even forgot about Andor.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's coming in April. April.
Yeah.
It's
April.
coming. It's wow. That's not that far away at all.
It's
No.
12 episodes again, and it's gonna take place over 4 years with each
So
3-episode
each
arc.
arc
We're
is going to be
already-
an episode. Is going to be a year.
We're
Yeah.
already through January. Where did that whole month even go?
Oh, that month felt like
This month has
forever.
been a long decade.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I'm ready to Donkey Bunko.
Ready to Donkey Bunko.
You're already Dunky Bunko though.
I'm already Donkey Bunko. I'm
I do want to
home.
point out it's Bunky Dunko.
Bunky Dunko, yes. Sorry.
Donkey
I'm
Bunky
sure
Bunko
Donkey
is
Bunko
probably
is like something horribly crass.
yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
probably like
Like,
insulting like
AJ.
their entire lineage or something.
Oh no, it's probably like the Weird Al version of that song. Because Leah and I did talk about bringing Weird Al into Star Wars in our last
He's been
live show.
in the
You know-
the Lego special.
He has.
So
If-
put him in the real thing.
If Star Wars does a Muppet special, bring Weird Al in.
Well, he's been in the Lego specials, like Leah said.
This is true. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he sang Scarif Beach Party, which is amazing, by the way.
Look, just let him. Tell him that you'll let him make accordions canon in Star Wars, and
Canon. Okay, so if we make Scarif Beach Party canon, we have to make Obi-Wan singing Gamorrean Girls canon as well.
yeah,
Meanwhile, chat's like, what the hell are these people talking about? We're just catching up and talking Star Wars.
Just shooting
Yeah.
the breeze, man.
Yeah, shoot the breeze, bro. Bro.
Just having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yes, Path of the Lightsaber is going to be huge. That's going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
That was a very unexpected announcement. Like the Young Jedi Adventures, we knew that was coming.
Oh yeah, that's
we
a
knew
hit.
that more episodes were in the pipeline. We knew,
Mhm.
but we did not know that this was coming, and that was really cool.
So I have to ask this question: are we going to see Broom Kid in this manga?
Broom Kid.
He was the
I
kid at
don't
the end
think
of Last
so.
Jedi.
I don't think so. Mostly because the main character feels so
Nyoka.
already similar to Broom Kid.
Yeah.
I feel like it would dull the point of the story.
Yeah.
I'm not like super against it. I don't think it's needed.
I think he's going to
I
show
wouldn't
up.
be angry about that cameo, but I wouldn't be pumped about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think he'll be in the Rey movie. I think he's going to be in the Rey movie.
Ray's Apprentice,
Look,
maybe.
we all know that I feel like I've made clear that there's only like two characters who I desperately want to be in the Rey movie, who like would not be obvious picks for it. And that's Kel and Ayla from Resistance.
Yeah. You know what? Give me a Resistance movie. Seriously, give me a Resistance
Resistance
movie.
season 3.
Yeah, because I want to see the Colossus show up at Exegol in the final episode.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and to see Kaz. God, I forgot his name. I was going to call him Kai Brightstar, but
Yeah, Kaz. Resistance
Resistance.
Holiday Special or comics? I think. I mean, like,
We talked about it before.
I would love to get a Resistance comic.
Hmm.
I would
That would be
love to get. I would love, since we got a little bit of him in the Battle of Jakku series, but I'd love a comic focused on him. Jarek Yeager,
Yes,
um,
and Bucket.
him when he was in the Rebellion, him when he was at the Battle of Jakku.
Hmm.
That would be great.
I'm also going to say this. Give me a Bucket one shot.
Yes.
How are there two characters in Star Wars named Bucket?
Well, remember, he's Buckets, and then the droid is
Right.
Bucket.
Yeah. Singular
Mhm.
versus plural.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's close, though. It's
Although,
very close.
if they're both together, they're technically both buckets at that point.
Yeah, but that would predate Bucket by about almost
Well,
300
Bucket is
years.
not a new droid, to be fair.
He is not a new droid. That droid has seen some things.
Mm.
That droid is the equivalent of Mater.
That is actually a really apt comparison for
I
Bucket.
think so. I think so. Uh,
Yeah, that is an old droid, ain't it? Just pulled up a
oh,
picture. of it.
you just
Yeah.
you just pulled him
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying it. And it's like, yeah, that is that droid.
He's-
That droid's definitely long in the tooth.
He
Yeah,
is,
he's seen better days.
but you know what? He is sassy AF,
Uh-huh.
and he will let
You
you
just
know.
know that every time he was talking to CB23 and BB8, it was like, you whippersnappers don't know the half of what I had to fly uphill both ways
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
through
You think the
cosmic
fireball?
rain.
You think the fireball was great now? You should have seen it in its heyday.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, they didn't let us have wheels. I had to waddle around.
Meanwhile, CB23 is like, okay, let's get you to bed, Grandpa.
Bad grandpa.
On that note, I'm actually gonna hop off. This cold
right.
is kicking my
It's
butt.
all good.
So
We're about to finish up anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us for this week. No live show next week, as we will be at Farpoint hanging out there, but we'll bring you coverage, so don't worry.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, other than that,
Good.
that's it. So we'll see you next week for our Farpoint coverage. But yeah, have a good week, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.